Good morning. This is homework from Monday, 5/11/15. For tonight's homework, you're going to first solve these two systems of equations, and then you're going to be graphing them. So I'm going to show you how you can solve them first symbolically, and then you can solve them by graphing. Now, you shouldn't need me to help you solve these problems because you've solved equations like this before. You need to get the x on one side and then figure out what x is by isolating the variable. So I want you to copy the two problems down. Negative 2x plus 1 equals negative 4x, and 6x plus 3 equals x minus 2. I want you to get the variable on one side and then figure out what x is, and then I want you to turn the video back on to check them and to find out what the remainder of the homework assignment is. Turn the video off now. Okay, so the first problem, negative 2x plus 1 equals negative 4x. The first thing I have to do is get the variable on just one side. And I'm going to go ahead and add you know what, I'm going to add 4x, because I want to get rid of this negative 4x. So I'll add 4x here, which means I have to add 4x over here. You have to do the same thing on both sides. This zeroes out, so 0. And this is going to be equal to positive 2x. Don't worry about the fact that you have a 0 over here. It's still a number and you can still work with it. Instead, look over here and decide what you're going to do on this side. So I need to get the x by itself. It has a times 2 with it and a plus 1. I always get rid of addition and subtraction first. So I'll subtract 1 here and I'll subtract 1 here. That gives me negative 1 over there. Here it gives me 2x. Now, to get rid of timesing by 2, I divide by 2. And now I can see that the answer is x equals negative 1/2. And I don't need my calculator to divide this because I know that all division problems are fractions. I can just leave it, negative 1/2. Number 2. 6x plus 3 equal x minus 2. So I have to get rid of x on one side, so I'll subtract x here, and I'll subtract x here. That gives me negative 2 over there. Here, this gives me 5x. And don't forget to bring down your plus 3. Now to get rid of the x, I have to get rid of this plus 3 first, so subtract 3. Subtract 3. The first secret message is that we're glad that Wyatt's back, so I want you to write Wyatt in the top left corner of your paper. Over here, negative 2 minus 3 is negative 5 equals, over here this is 0, so all I have left is 5x. Now to get rid of timesing by 5, I divide by 5 and divide by 5, and x is going to be equal to negative 1. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do those same two problems again, but we're going to graph them. So I'm going to go to the next screen and show you that. The first thing you have to know is how to write those as two separate equations. So right now, the first equation is here, and the second equation is here. And so what I do is I write this equation as y equals negative 2x plus 1. Y equals negative 2x plus 1. And then I write the second equation as y equals negative 4x. Now, you're going to graph both of these on the same coordinate plane because we want to see where the two lines are intersecting. So I want you to turn the video off because you know how to do this. We did this last week and we have a quiz on it this week. Turn the video off. Don't forget, always graph the y-intercept first and then the slope. And then when you're done graphing and you can see where the intersection point is, turn the video back on and check your answer. Turn the video off. I'm going to put some graph paper here. And a coordinate plane. Okay, first I'll graph y equals negative 2x plus 1. What I want you to do for the second secret message is I want you to write y-intercept equals 1 in the top right-hand corner of your paper. Y-intercept equals 1. And that is my y-intercept, so I'm going to put it right here. Okay, the next thing I want you to do is on the bottom left corner of your paper, I want you to write the slope, which is negative 2, as a fraction. If you wrote negative 2 as a fraction, you'd be writing negative 2 over 1, negative 2 over 1. So I want you to write that as a fraction. That fraction, negative 2 over 1, tells you to go down 2 and to the right 1 from there. And if it tells me to go down 2 and to the right 1, it's also telling me that I could go up 2 and to the left 1. I like to go a little bit on both sides because it gives me a more accurate line. And then I should connect to that. Okay, now I have to do the other one, which was y equals negative 4x. And on that one, there is no y-intercept. Well, that means it's 0. It's not no y-intercept, it's 0. So I have to start by putting a point at 0. There you go. And now the slope is negative 4, but I write it as a fraction, negative 4 over 1. And it's telling me to go down 4 and over 1 from the y-intercept. 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. Now, I'm going to show you what you should do here. Okay, these aren't showing you, right now these two lines are not showing you where they're intersecting. So what you want to do is take this line down another using your slope. So here the slope for this line was down 2 and over 1. Let's take it another 2, down 2 and over 1. Oops, wrong color. And we'll go down a little bit more here, down 2 and over 1. And I'm running out of screen space. And then we'll do the same with this, down 1, 2, whoops, we don't have room, so let's see. Yep, we can't see where they're connecting. So the only thing I can do about that is to look at the graph and notice that it doesn't seem like they're going to connect down here because this is going to go down another 1, 2, 3, 4 and over 1, so they're probably not going to connect down here. So I'm going to go up a little bit. So this one was going up because it was going down 4 and over 1, so it'll go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. So we'll put a point here, whoops, with blue, or purple, sorry, purple. And then we'll make that line go there. And now you can see this spot right here? This was the spot where we thought that it would connect because we said that the answer to the equation we started with was negative 1/2, and it is right now negative 1/2, and so we can see where that, you can see where it connects again at negative 1/2. Let's try the next problem. So this problem is 6x plus 3 equals x minus 2. So if I wrote that as a y equals, it'd be y equals 6x plus 3 and y equals x minus 2. I want you to do the same thing. I want you to turn the video off and graph them on your own first. Turn the video off. Okay, so first we'll make our coordinate plane. And I'll graph 6x plus 3. So that's going to be up 3 for the y-intercept. And I want you to write across the top of your paper as the next secret message. The y-intercept always gets graphed first. The y-intercept always gets graphed first. So plus 3, and now I need to go up 6 and over 1 because the slope is 6. So up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. It didn't go over 1. There we go. So there's no point right there. And then I can take you should be using a ruler to do this. And I can also go down 6 and over 1 if I have room. I don't know that I have room. We'll try here. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And since I was going to the right one before, I have to go to the left. There we go. Whoops. And the line goes right here. Okay, and now my next one is x minus 2. So the y-intercept always goes first, so negative 2. And from the y-intercept now, my slope is 1. If there's nothing in front of the x, then there's a 1 there. And that means go up 1 and over 1. So from here, I have to go up 1 and over 1, up 1 and over 1, up 1 and over 1. And you can see that, here, let's just put some points in here. Okay, up 1 and over 1, up 1 and over 1, up 1 and over 1, 1 and over 1. Now, you can see that they're not connecting there, so what I'm going to do is go down 1 and over 1, and they're going to connect right there. That's where they're crossing. I shouldn't say connect, it's not really connect, it's cross.